to buffer. You guys are ready? You don't need the video? If you're ready to go, you don't need anything else?
I'm about to see what he went through right now.
Is
What's
it
it
showing
else?
us as live?
Hello, old friend. I've chased you for a long time.
Savathun, the Witch Queen. She infiltrated the Vanguard, weakening us from within. Stealing our most sacred resource. The light.
How do we stop this?
Welcome back, oh honored guest.
It is the mind that must bend to see the truths hidden here.
The game is yours to play now. Just don't say I didn't warn you.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another episode of B.A.G. As you know, it's your boy, one and only, the
Oh,
true
sorry.
substitute of true substitute, the greatest substitute of all time, Cap Perry. And then we're here hosted with your main two hosts. We got your boy Mike Hennessy, and y'all might know him as Greg from Dad Pad Gaming, but we call him Rev Greg because his knowledge is deep when it comes to the video games. Baby. How
Oh,
y'all doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm doing wonderful. How are you fellas doing today?
What's going on, guys? I apologize. My mic was on mute. I didn't realize that the whole button just.
You broke it, man.
I actually pressed it and actually muted it. I thought I was unmuted because I didn't want to say something in pre-production. But anyway, I'm Mike Hennessy. You know, this is the Bag Show, as Mr. Captain Nick himself said. You know, it's the Bag Show. And we got my guy Greg from Dad Pad Gaming. I'm very, very excited. Today is 2/22/22. For people that's hardcore into the Destiny, with my guys behind me, you know what I mean? This is an exciting day for us because I think this has been probably a really, really highly anticipated story. Savathun has been sitting in the background for a long time, and she here. She like, okay, it's time. It's that time I go ahead and show my face. I done gave y'all all types of cryptid things. I've been talking in the background. We've been setting things up since probably the first Destiny. Like when you took out my brother, aka my sister, you know, there's controversy around that. But anyway, you know, like it's so much that has gone on between Savathun and the Destiny world that now we get to see the God of Lies do her thing personally. You know what I mean? So hey, this is what it is. So
yeah.
all right,
So
Oh, go ahead.
So I do want to ask a question because my relationship with Destiny is point at the thing and I will shoot the thing. So who is Savathun's sister or brother?
Savathun's sisters are Oryx, I think. Oryx from the Taken King. The Taken King is one of the brother, one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, we killed him.
Yeah, we took him out. And she didn't care. And I think their other sister named Xer, I think. Something. I forgot the sister's actual name. I don't think we revealed her yet. I don't think she's come up in the game yet. But we've killed the Taken King. Like you get it, the Taken King, but they're all sisters. They all actually bonded as sisters. So,
they're gender fluid then, because they're kings, but they bonded as sisters.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay.
Pretty much. They bonded as sisters, but Oryx took on as the Taken King. So it was like, there we go. Like the Taken King. So before we get into that, we also want to jump into our partnership with Metro, discussing the community series. Get that up. All right, so the community series with Metro Esports Gaming is ran through traditional esports with culture program to provide a high-level esports atmosphere that is both accessible and enjoyable for gamers of all backgrounds. The community tournament series will present competitive tournaments, service and charity projects, esports education and training, exclusive prize pools and giveaways, weekly web shows and podcasts, and then special live events. Look out more for that info with Metro Esports. All right. So diving deeper into some more Destiny. Basically, just want to go ahead and I'm gonna jump to you, Greg. We got to go to the Godfather, the preacher, the pastor himself, to get more information. What do you think of the new content that's coming out? Like, what are you looking forward to when it comes to the game itself?
So, like I said, my relationship with Destiny is point at the thing and I will shoot said thing. Right. What I'm most excited about is the plethora of new weapons. And then I know that there's the and excuse me if I'm getting it wrong. I think it's called the Glade. It's like
the glaive. Yeah, the glaive. Yeah,
mm-hmm. Yeah. Like I need that because as a Final Fantasy guy, anytime you put a gun and a sword together, I'm for it. And I know this one is more like a spear and a gun put in one. But hey, like who's going to be mad at that?
Not nobody at all. Not nobody at all. So
and I especially like the fact that it keeps that first person view, so it's like you getting real nice and dirty when you're in there and you're pretty much poking people with that thing opposed to the swords. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited for the weapons, man. Like that's what I'm here for, is to shoot stuff without repercussion.
Facts. And Nick, what you looking forward to, my guy?
Let me make sure I'm unmuted. Okay, yeah. So my biggest thing that I'm looking forward to is continuing the story and diving more into the lore, because this is Destiny's most anticipated DLC since the Taken King, and there's a lot of things that it comes in with this. I was able to probably do about like 10-15 minutes of gameplay within the DLC. And how they started off, Akora looked amazing and she looked ready for battle.
Yeah.
And how it's coming and what I've seen from close friends of mine who are streaming the game now, the game it's not holding your hand, it's not forewarning you or anything. It's like what Destiny brings, what it is, and it's coming in heavy. It's coming in heavy. So I'm definitely can't wait to dive into the aspect of the PvE, because that's mainly what I do Destiny for. And then, of course, the new weapons and the new builds that comes with it. So that has my speculations the most with that. So I'm pretty excited on what that brings and how it levels out the playing field for competitively. And, of course, it's all about style and fashion to me when it comes to any game. So I just want to see how everything looks. And then I have a warlock, and I'm getting them boots.
Yeah. Now, I just want to highlight very quickly here. I don't know if you saw that my guy Mike hit that Drax move. he was moving so slowly that we could not tell that he was.
I didn't
moving.
even. I don't know what happened. It was a little technical thing, so it happens.
It's all good. It's all good.
I don't know what happened. Just went out for a quick second, but we're here. We're here.
Yeah, it's that superpower of moving real slow, man. It's all good. We got it.
That's my.
I saw you eat the chip and everything. But yeah, like I'm super excited about everything that you said, Perry. Like because like all in all, like when it comes to Destiny, it's a thing of linking up with friends, shenanigans, shooting at each other, shooting enemies. Like I'm excited to see what the whole hype about destroying the ghost of your enemies is about. You know, I've seen it in the trailer multiple times now, and I've seen it enough now where I'm desensitized. I don't feel bad about doing it at this point. So I'm so excited to hop in and really see what experiences are going to be here. Because when you talk about Destiny, it is a game that is based in community just as much as it's based in lore. So I'm just really excited to see what type of memories are going to be established here within this new season of DLC.
Yeah, so the biggest thing that's basically happening in Destiny itself is like just the fact that you're like I said, you're getting the Savathun character now, and that everybody who has been hearing of her and hearing the things that she's been saying, and then the little cryptic messages, and having the message at the end of a boss fight actually be listened to. You was wondering now what is going on. The ghost has been wondering it the whole entire time. Usually the ghosts are right on it, but this time they're actually just sitting in the dark as much as we are. So that's something that's definitely highly anticipated for me. It's just to feel the story. And I don't know if it's necessarily just the fighting for me. It's really just the story. So
yeah.
So, and we're still in Black History Month. We're also learning that Savathun's character, who was doing the voiceover of Savathun, is none other than Deborah Wilson. That is a big thing. I love that so much. The fact that
she's been killing it lately, by the way.
Like you come in here and just doing your thing, and having your fun. Everyone who was watching also remember, Greg from Dad Pad Gaming has a family. Nick's in the Captain's Lounge has a family. So
yeah, it gets real.
It gets real in here. So just listen out for the children. That's all. But once again, Deborah Wilson is one of the characters that plays is Savathun. So I'm hype about that. And she did a thing on Facebook where she talked about she did the character and introducing it to the world too, is that she was Savathun, and that she actually went into character on Facebook. I don't know if you guys had a chance to see that, but she actually went into character and was like doing Savathun's voice and everything. Like it was too decent. So I can appreciate that. What y'all think of
that? For me, my appreciation for it runs deep because I mean it correlates to what's going on with one of the games that just released and Horizon.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just seeing all this
blackness,
beautifulness, and it's just what you've seen. It's like I'm excited to see what as far as with this one, you hear more of the voices than the faces, and while in Horizon you see the faces a lot in the design, so
and the voices accompany with
and Angela Bassett. Me and Greg sat down, was like, I'm being yelled at by somebody's mama right now, and I feel like I'm in trouble. So it's the representation that is beautiful, and just how the game is going to come is going to be tenfold. It's going to be even better. Again, I was at work, so I couldn't dive into it as I wanted to. But as far as I came into it, it's not easy. It's really hard. You have to come correct in this DLC, man. There's some weapons in it I'm gonna get, and if when you start it, you can either just play the campaign for what it is, or you can go immediately into legendary mode. And within legendary mode, there's like everyone's 1350, and this legendary mode is 1360. So it's like you better come correct. You have to know what you're doing, and the rewards is going to pay off. You get legendary armor, gear, you get exotics, all the rewards come with it. So that's coming as soon as you dive in. So people need to realize that when you dive into this DLC, they're coming with all types of content for you to get involved. Yes, you can just play the regular version and be cool, and then go back and grind. Or you can immediately be like, no, I want to go ahead and get my gear and get it popping. And then on top of that, you have the season pass. on top of that. So while you're grinding, getting this material within the DLC from jump in legendary mode, you're actually going to be killing it as well with the season pass.
Oh,
so you're killing three birds with one stone, because you have the season pass that you pay for and the regular season pass, and you're just going at it. And so there's no reason why, outside of you just having fun, that you shouldn't be grinding, getting in all this gear for you.
yeah. Definitely, and that's that's one of the things that I'm most excited about. I was just talking to my boy Sean about this earlier, and I actually, Mike, you were there too, man.
Yeah.
And I am so excited for the legendary, and I love the legendary campaign. I love the fact that they came out and said, "Hey, we are making even the legendary campaign a campaign that is going to be single player friendly, because they are scaling enemies, so you'll have more enemies to deal with if you're playing in multiplayer. So if you want to rock solo and you want to finish out the campaign at the soft level cap, you can go right through that legendary campaign and you're ready to go." So that is so me, because I'm so antisocial. Sometimes I'm appearing offline, but I also got to get my Destiny on. So
you appear offline all the time.
Oh, yes.
All right, so no, you listen. I put it like this. Like I said, Destiny is one of them games that's creating a lot of black forerunners for it. All of their, as I said last week, all of their top Vanguard is all black characters. You know, all of them are played by black characters. Even I've heard the Iron Banner character is black too. So it was like most of their characters is black. I mean, I understand, Cap, your thing with Zavala. We understand it. It is what it is.
Oh, it's like, can we trade Zavala for Cade? Because I'm sure, like, based on voice, I'm sure Zavala was a white guy. But can we trade?
So on voice, Zavala actually is played by Lance Reddick. Lance Reddick is the guy that was in John Wick. He was in White House Down. That was the other movie that he was in.
Right. And he's also, and don't forget that he's Silence in Horizon, which we'll get into later.
Yes.
But we got beef with him right now. We got beef for Lance.
So we got Lance Reddick played as Zavala. We have Gina Torres that played as Akora Ray. Gina Torres, if y'all know her, she's from the Matrix series. She's, a part of that series. I think she's in Suits too. So another show that she was on. Then we have Lord Shax. He was played as he was from Walking Dead. He was the father in the Walking Dead of the kid, the girl that died. He didn't, I think, or was a zombie, and he kept her like caged up or something like that. He didn't want to kill her. That was where he's from. I think he was the dad in that.
There were a couple instances. Do we know which one it was? Was it the one that
he was the dad that had? Yeah, he was the dad that had his daughter turned into a zombie, and he basically held her. He held her. Basically, he didn't want to kill her.
Okay, I think that was the one that Carol killed in the field. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I remember that guy. Okay.
Yep. And he played in Colombiana, Snatch, a couple other movies and stuff like that. So he did some pretty good stuff. So. And then, like I said, Deborah Wilson playing as Savathun. She has done multiple characters. She's one of my favorite characters on Mad TV. That's where I really remember her from big time. Yeah. So I love Mad TV. But she's played in quite a few characters. She has played other video games. She has been in Halo too. The newest Halo, she plays as a character. Mortal Kombat. She's the Devora.
Yeah.
Just a multitude of different things that she has done. Ben 10, she's been in Final Space, Scooby-Doo, World of Warcraft.
I want to say she was in the Wolfenstein. I think the Colossus.
Yeah, she was.
I might not be getting the name right. And she even got the face capture in that one. Yeah, there we go. She even got the face capture in there. So we out here.
Yeah, she's doing her thing, man, and I love it because she's showing that she's a gamer or she's into games heavy, because a lot of gaming companies are coming to see her. So like, shouts out to everyone that's a part of the Destiny community that is doing their thing. We just, now that we know this, you understand like that Destiny or Bungie, they're very black and what they love black people. So one of the biggest things we want to, throw out there is the black at Bungie. You can tell by having black characters as their forefront for their games that black at Bungie makes sense. It makes sense that they have something like that going on for the employees that they have, for everyone that is a black employee in there, by raising them up, by putting them in position. They're a part of the creative team that's helping, push the envelope for the games themselves. They probably have a strong voice within the company too, and we all know that the person who runs it has a very, very strong support for those that's in Black and Bungie. So Greg, I know you didn't have a chance to speak on that last week. I don't know if you know too much about Black at Bungie, but it's a big thing, man. If you have any time, definitely check it out. But what do you think about Bungie actually not just representation of their characters, but actually having a strong representation within the company itself? Like, what do you think of that?
Honestly, I think it's a beautiful thing, because the thing is, with all walks of life and all media in particular here, it's required that you have different walks of life creating media, because that's what yields innovation. That's what yields things that we've never seen before. And in another way of saying it, because ultimately, if everyone and I don't mean to throw it up this way, but if it was a white male making every video game, making every movie, making every TV show, ultimately, even if they try to cater to a particular audience, it's going to be it's not going to be authentic.
Right.
So to have Bungie that is very Black, they're proud to be Black, they're putting their Black characters out there, they're putting their Black employees front and center, they're putting those committees together to kind of let everyone embrace the Blackness. It's a beautiful thing, because ultimately it shows in the content, and because it shows in the content, we have Destiny, which is one of the most diverse games ever. I mean, not only do we have random, Black people, white people, we've got androids and the awoken blue people and aliens, and it as crazy as it may seem, and as cheesy as it may seem, Destiny, a IP set in the sci-fi future, a lot of these people come from Earth, and a lot of people come from other places, but ultimately it shows you that at the end of the day, everyone has to live, and everyone has goals and aspirations. They have enemies, they have fears, and so on and so forth. So it's beautiful that we get Destiny, a game that's diverse in so many ways, and everybody can be as BA as they want to in that world, and there's no limitation to any of it. So I just hope that we get more of it, because again, the more Black people, the more Asian people, and so on and so forth that we get in the industry, the more that we get those characters to shine in AAA games. So I'm all for it, and I hope that they continue to do it, and that they bring on more, and other studios and publishers see that Black people can star in video games. Black people can be the villains and the heroes. They can be the comic relief. They can anything, because there's so many different walks of life in Blackness. And like, again, I tip my hat that Bungie, leads the charge with that.
Right. Listen, Greg, thank you so much for your words for that. That was beautifully explained. Like, I'm being dead honest when I say that. Like, I love
tip
that,
my hat
bro.
for you if I was wearing one.
Man. Hey, listen. We definitely understand this. And Nick, I know you talked about it.
It's my daughters, but there we go.
The fact that it almost fit on your head, it makes it even funny.
It probably, my son was wearing this yesterday trying to be funny. So, we out here.
Hey, look, it don't matter. It don't matter.
Gotta keep the locks popping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Nick, before I get to you to finish up this segment of Destiny, Black and Bungie, I would love to say that Greg makes so much sense by what he said as far as the diversity in Bungie itself. We all understand that there's different races that's in Bungie. This does not mean that Bungie doesn't care about any other race. It just means that they acknowledge that things are going on, things are happening, like crime is happening against people. People are being picked on for no reason. People are being, hey, kid talk, this is okay. People are being targeted for no reason. And Bungie is just reassuring, listen, we got y'all back 100%. And that's what I feel. And I'm glad that that's a thing. And I'm glad that this is actually happening, because this is my favorite company to exist. Like, growing up, it's my favorite company all time. Even if y'all don't play it as much, you gave me something. So, Nick, you got it, brother.
Basically, I mean, I can't put it any better than Greg said,
Mm-hmm.
as far as the representation in that. And outside of just Bungie, it's just beautiful to see diversity in all the video games. So mine will be mainly focused on Horizon. The representation in it is phenomenal. Like, within the world of Destiny, you have villains, but they're more villains of creatures, and extraterrestrial beings.
Right.
But
Right.
when it comes to villains being representative of all races, that is done perfectly
Okay.
in,
Okay.
in, in other worlds, and it just to me, it's as a whole. Um, I can't say it better than Greg. It's
Yeah.
beautifully done and it's diverse in all aspects. And if you know anything about some of the characters, there is a rumor mentioned of how two titans are in love with each other,
Mm-hmm.
of that aspect. So it represents all aspects of life in there, and I cannot express how much I love to see that representation
Right.
within the world. So
Yeah.
Right.
So let me ask y'all a serious question, all right?
All right.
Because I'm over here playing with it, you know? I know my girl Ikora is bald, but do
she
you think
don't wear
she's
one.
got the
She
body?
don't wear one, bro. Stop.
And she don't wear a bonnet, but she throw a do rag up on that joint. So
Hey,
we
yeah, yeah.
she throw a
She's
do rag
not
on
wearing
there.
a
So
do rag.
she
She's
got a do
wearing.
rag on.
She got a
Right.
wrap on. She can have a wrap. She don't have a do rag. She
You
has
can
a
have a
wrap
rap
on.
too. We can listen.
She
Listen.
has the Badu wrap on for sure.
The
Okay.
Badu rap.
Now,
The
Ray,
Badu wrap.
if you listen
Okay.
to Ray, you wearing a
Right.
Badu rag. So
Yeah, okay,
got you,
we can
mama.
agree. It's unanimous.
Okay, so transitioning into the Gears of War Women's League from Metro Esports. With the Gears of War Women's League, um, oh, sorry, there we go. Oh yeah, there we go. Gears of War Women's League. So basically, with the Gears of War Women's League, we have the Latinas. They're all playing. They're doing their thing out there. The top prize is $5,000. The league consists of 8 teams from all around different parts of the world. They're competing for that. So y'all make sure that y'all definitely look out and support them. Um, uh, just reach out to the Metro team and see how y'all can support. Basically, go stay on Twitch, go watch it on Twitch at Metro Esports Twitch, and I'm just kind of looking at gameplay like, okay, they're really good. But Nick, what y'all think of that?
So I've actually had a couple people in the professional league, and when it comes to Gears, and this right here is something that is leading the pack, because you see other companies like Halo doing the all women's league. And it's not to separate women to see who's better, men or women. It's just giving them a safe place in which they
Yeah.
can beat gamers without judgment. And I can't wait to see the skill sets in these games, because I know these women kick a lot of behind, and I know they're going to give everything they can in this competition. So it's I'm excited because I'm a Gears fan. Even though I don't have an Xbox, I don't own one. I used to play it on 360. It was a great time. It was between Gears of War and Army of Two. Army of Two was definitely more fun to me because Army of Two was hot.
Oh, man.
Did y'all now knowing that y'all two grew up together? Did y'all two play Army of Two together?
Yes, we did.
We did.
We did.
I don't remember.
Man.
No, it wasn't you. It was Rob.
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't think we got
it. Was
in.
definitely Rob. It was 100% Rob because he brought it over like 30 times.
Yeah. So the thing is, because I'm big bro, like Perry's always, obviously always been a couple years before me. So when it came to those kind of games, it was like, nah, like you go play with the little bros in the neighborhood. But once he turned 18, it was like, you know what? Come on, we doing this together, and we gonna kill everything. So yeah. So maybe we get an HD remake, and we'll go back and we'll get that in.
Absolutely. But when it comes to the competitive scene, man, I'm looking forward to it. Definitely want to see what it brings. This is a nice prize pool set. What this is going to bring to the table. Anything that has money to it, competition is going to be high. Focus is going to be elite. And if anyone's seen, the competitive scene in gaming is high. You just have to look for it. We literally, just the other day, we seen the Grandmaster do Grandmaster things. And we're talking about Daigo.
Yeah.
Legendary. and that's the fighting scene, and you just have to be in the scene. If people don't think that the fighting scene, the FPS scene, the all women's league and FPS is not hitting, you're definitely missing out on a bunch of things. So when you get into this league, just don't watch. Try to invest in one of these organizations and get behind them and support them, because they definitely deserve the attention and the support of this. It's just not just for league building, but also getting these organizations to a plateau in which they can run their own teams at a functioning level and then be represented in their own aspect as well. So that's my point for it.
And there's one thing that I want to add to that. Ultimately, with these things, try the games that these people are playing, because a lot of times it's a video game and people don't understand it. But try these games and see if you can perform at the levels that any of these professionals play at. And it's very, very evident that these are gifted people that are sharing their gifts with us. So definitely support esports like in any which way you can.
Listen, this is one of the biggest reasons why the B.A.G show exists, because I believe that gaming is a talent just like playing sports. So, all right, we will be right back after this.
Excited to announce a new league is coming to Gears of War. Introducing.
Se puede complicar aún más. Están peleando lo último.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week number 1 of the Metro Esports Gears of War Women's League. I'm Blaze, joined with the
competition going crazy. Master controller, what you playing? League of Legends, so you smashing. Metro Esports, yeah, we have it. Do you wanna learn for the best? Yeah. Coaches who will put you to the test. Yeah, come down and sharpen your skills. Drop it for night, Call of Duty, get kills. Yeah, NBA 2K, shoot your shot and make some plays. We got tournaments all day, make some money, make it rain. Games is not all that we got. Learn you some coding and get yourself taught. Making new friends on the way to the top. Join the community, have you some fun. Metro Squad. Reppin' the city of Philly with all that we got. Let's rock. Come down and join us and get yourself ready to drop. Join the community, have you some fun. Metro Squad. Reppin' the city of Philly with all that we got. Let's rock. Come down and join us and get yourself ready to drop. League of Legends, or you smashing. Metro Esports, yeah, we have it.
Yo, what's going on again? It's your boy Greg from Dad Pack Gaming, one half of Blerd Lines, along with your boy Cap. What's going on, man?
Slow motion, baby. Just making it do what it do, man. You know, working hard, hardly working. You know how I get it down.
Yeah, it definitely does what it does. So today we are coming at you to pretty much go ahead and share some gameplay from Horizon Forbidden West, or as Perry likes to call it, Horizon Dose. It's not a 2 though. It's a Forbidden West.
It's Dose with fine elefantes.
Yeah, there are some elefantes. Yeah.
Exactly.
So anyway, let's go ahead and get into this here. So Horizon Forbidden West came out last Friday, and there's no way to candy coat it, sugar coat it, or fluff it. It's a beautiful game. The gameplay speaks for itself, as you are seeing the footage of me right now just speeding on one of these chargers just right across the landscape. It's a beautiful thing. It does a lot. So like Perry, how many hours would you say you've gotten in at this point?
At this point, I'm looking at probably 9 hours solid within this game, where I was able to dive into, and just how we are dynamic. You mainly focus on the story mission, where you go in unnecessary high levels at a low rate, and I prepare myself to sweep everything at a high rate because I do all the side missions. So I was able to dive deep into a lot of these side and explore areas where we can connect with some of these side characters. And with this, man, it's ridiculous on how they are able to connect the side missions to correlate with the main mission. So it doesn't feel like you're just doing side missions just to be like, I need this to power up so I don't get washed. It's like
Yeah.
I can get lost doing these side missions and I can wait until come back to this. And if I'm overpowered, they need to learn how to scale this because I'm coming in as a god.
Yeah, and I agree with you there. I do love how the side mission stories kind of tie into the main campaign. Because without spoilers, I know there was a particular portion of the game where I ran into an old character from one of the previous games who, by the end of her storyline, ends up taking over the reins of a settlement. And the conversation within the town changed as she took control. And in fact, as I had missions that I started that were side quests before her quest had ended, and then I went back and wrapped those up. When I went back and wrapped up those missions, they're talking to me about these current events, and I'm like, wait, like this isn't even the same mission line. So it's really interesting that they really found a way to tie in so many different narrative threads into those side quests to make them matter. Now, something I do want to ask you about, Perry, what is your experience like hunting here? Because I mean, I don't know if you can see this gameplay here, but it's crazy. I'm zip lining around. I've got my hang glider going. Like, what is your strategy?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to keep it real good. We're going to keep it real Blerd Lines podcast rated. We don't mind the fancy new toys, the gliders, the shield, the grappling hooks. There is one thing you need in this world when you play Horizon Dose. It's three stacks, baby. You triple up and you fire. You triple up and you fire.
Yes.
That's it.
You see, I just died in that footage. That's what happens when you don't triple up. You die. But something I do want to highlight, because we did talk about it, we're talking about diversity in games. If you see the gameplay here on display, these sisters here, these black women, these queens here, and what Gorilla has done. Like, yes, I absolutely positively will tip my hat to everything that goes on at Bungie, but the black people in this game look like us, but not in the way that they all look like us, because some of them are light skinned, some of them are dark skinned. There are different hair textures. I think we may get another zoom in on these two black women that I'm interacting with in the game right now. They are sisters. You can see that some of them have like the natural discoloration where they have like dark lips on one end and pink on the other end. Like, it's like even down to like the body language, the diction, everything about them is authentically black. And it's one of those things that I appreciate so much. Like, Perry, did you do the side quest? I'm assuming you did, where you learn how to play the card game or like the chess game?
Yes, I did. You know I did. It's chess. I did.
So did you have the same experience? Like, I forgot where I was during that tutorial for a second, and it felt like I was talking to like one of my cousins. Like, it was the weirdest thing ever.
So my experience with this is how I played the card game off Persona 5 Royale.
Oh, no.
I lose myself in conversation where I end up playing music in the background, and since the NPC is having legitimate good conversation, I feel like I'm one of them old cats in the front yard playing chess. I'm like, wow, I'm learning a new game, how to play. And I'm like, dude, this is dangerous because I'm having too much fun. And I'm sitting here like I have to go hunt a dinosaur, but I gotta make sure I win this match. So it's they put a lot of good effort. They put a lot of good love into this game, man. So I definitely love what they've done. And the representation, like you said, is phenomenal. Like, one of the main villains in here is a powerful black woman where she's like, nah, you can go. Or no, sit down. Nah, hey.
Yeah.
And then she do the hey. And I'm like,
yeah.
clutches pearls.
Yeah, like I've never I've played lots of video games in my lifetime, and I've never had a villain that I was nervous to interact with off of strength of. It's Angela Bassett. Like Angela Bassett is our generation's of Felicia Rashad or Claire Huxtable if you are an uncultured person.
Thank you for putting that last part.
Yes, but it's one of those things that when you have a villain that is Angela Bassett yelling at you, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna just put the bow and arrow down because
I'm sorry.
I don't want the whooping that's coming with this. I'm not gonna triple up. I don't have any tripwires. I am so sorry.
And one thing, not to interrupt you, man, because the further I got into it, one thing I definitely love, because we said this on Blerd Line's last podcast, was the mechanics of the fighting. When you unlock that skill tree, man.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm breaking out combos. I'm like, wait a minute. I can hit, charge a combo into a slow motion bow to the chest.
Yeah, I definitely been hitting these guys with the boot, scooter, wop, bop, jump, arrow.
I'm hitting with the Mika, pop, boom.
Oh my goodness. The Mika, move. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So that's great. So all right, Perry. That's great. I was not ready for the Mika. Anyway, man. So what's the biggest monster, the biggest machine you've come across thus far? We'll try to keep it spoiler light if possible.
Yeah, absolutely. The biggest obstacle that I've had is when you're roaming in these open wild in this Forbidden West, it's the Wild West. You have to be on point. You have to be on point because it's not even the new type of ones you need machines that you're interacting with. It is these the scrappers that are annoying. They're worse than the Diglets and Pokemon Blue and Red.
When did the scrappers learn to shoot these purple lasers out?
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh, but I just away from them, I want to highlight, if you guys are paying attention to the gameplay footage here, these kangaroos.
Problems.
I mean, I don't know what the wizards over at Guerrilla Games are up to, but someone sat there and said, what if we had a kangaroo? It was an electric kangaroo, and it tail whips you with a giant, large electrified battery that will kill you in one shot if you are lacking. Like, why would they do that?
Because they hate you.
Yeah. But I mean, like, all in all, like the kangaroos are crazy, but that's have you gotten to the turtle yet?
No, I'm still so my part is you know me, Greg, and since I didn't do it in the first game, you was like, Nick, get the hidden armor, become a god. Perry's like, get best armor, become a god.
So have you been doing the I think the contracts?
The contracts. That's how you get.
Yeah, those are really fun.
Yeah, they are, and that's how you get the best armor out the game. So right now I'm hunting, and like I'm going through this area, and I got to see my map. I got to do my markers. I invest because everyone knows this is training for Friday. We understand this. We're not going to mention that. Catch us on Saturday when we go into depth about Elden Ring, and I take 55 minutes of your time about details. Now, back to Horizon. So right now I'm just collecting and building Aloy up and just figuring out the new mechanics because the skill trees, how I go into it, man, is way different than what I expected. So when I start, like we said, start unlocking these combos, I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's one thing I can tip my hat to here, and as you can see in the footage on display, like there's so many different ways you can play. As I took down one of these guys with melee attacks, the next one of these kangaroos was two kangaroos, and these guys kind of jumped me. So what did I do? I took a rope caster and I stapled the dude to the floor. So he's there, he's stuck. Excuse me, he can't get to me. So that gives me the ability to isolate that second kangaroo, get him down while the other one's fighting out of the rope. And it's one of the things I appreciate about this game, especially coming from an era of like your Metal Gears, where it's like, all right, well, I'm going up against Sniper Wolf, so I guess I got to use a sniper rifle, and that's it, and that's fine because that's the era that games are in now. But you have to love a game that allows you to create your own strategy from scratch, and if it does not work, it doesn't work. You're out in the water. But if it does work, then from there you're learning different ways that you can conquer enemies within the game.
Absolutely. And one thing I want to point out is the human interaction of enemies is sick. They're not coming with these basic combos like you learn, I learn. You have to make sure that your layout for your weapons is balanced enough so when you come across a certain enemy and something out of nowhere pops in, you have the versatile arsenal to handle each type of situation. Because Greg and I, it's not even about bragging rights at this point. It just is what it is. When we come into our slow motion arrow shooting, things get serious. I'm slow. Oh, you coming in from a distance? A kink. Oh, you think it's sweet? Kapow. Cause you know what I'm saying? Lightning McQueen.
You got to.
Ka-chow. You feel what I'm saying?
Ka-chigga, I definitely.
Man, that's what's his name? That's not Lightning McQueen. Lightning McQueen was Ka-chow. Ka-chigga was
Ka-chigga?
The green guy.
Was it Jigga?
Stop.
You see what I did there? Yeah. But I mean, all in all though, man, like I'm having a blast. Like, and if you again pay attention to the gameplay here, this is the actual battle with the tortoise that I was mentioning earlier. As you can see, like I'm flipping through inventory. I'm trying to get the right trap set up. Why? Because I knew that I had to capture this gameplay for this show, and I wanted to beat it. But so the good news is I did beat it. But the bad news is I am a complete and total fool and did not hit the record button when I actually beat the giant turtle. So what you guys get to see here is a clip of me preparing, setting up traps, and then completely, totally getting my stuff wrecked. But it's just fun because the thing that I appreciate about them allowing you to approach these battles the way you want is because as much as this is a open world action game, this is a puzzle game. Each enemy you come across is a new puzzle, and every enemy you come across initially is horrifying, but it makes you feel like Batman. Why? Because once you understand your enemies and you have that prep time, you come in and this giant turtle that you see here that I'm scanning, I'm trying to find the weak points. You're no longer freaking out and trying to get to that weak point. You know what's going on. When you know what's going on and you can shoot those arrows and you can knock off those weapons and utilize them against your enemy, like what else is there that needs to happen? So, I mean, with that being said, like you can come in, you can shoot off rockets, you can shoot off saw guns, you can freeze these guys, you can get them infected with acids. Like there's so many different ways that you can go. But the number one thing above all else is that you have to take your time. You have to understand what's going on. And speaking of what's going on, Mike, what's going on in the world of Xbox, man?
We have King of Fighters, basically. That's the world of Xbox, at least for me, on my side. That was something that came out earlier this week. I think it came out earlier last week. It came out Friday of last week. So yeah, I got a chance to test out some of one of my favorite games ever to exist in King of Fighters 15. So I'm more of an old school King of Fighters player, but can't go wrong with King of Fighters. So basically, right now, if you're looking at it, the gameplay shows Me playing against a couple of people, get my behind kicked, I guess, in some instances. But the game overall, just the feel of it, the flow of it is really, really good. I like the combo system because how it works is that you can actually combo into an ultimate. So comboing into an ultimate, like it's a small ultimate. They have different levels of it. So there's like that kind of like that small ultimate where you just kind of make something happen. Then there's a medium one where you do the ultimate and it lasts just a little bit longer. Then they have like the ultimate that creates a cutscene, and that ultimate basically it's kind of like a final smash type of ultimate. Like if you do that, chances are wherever that person's life is, you're going to die. So, but the game looks really good. It looks similar to how Street Fighter V is. It has that feel to it, so I do like that a lot. I really do appreciate the gameplay. I appreciate the story of it. My favorite players are still there. I like Kaio, of course. My guys usually Kaio, Terry Bogard, and maybe Joe. I'll switch it up. I'm back and forth between Joe. But I'm a Ralph guy. That's really my guy. I like Ralph. He's a hard hitter. So if I'm running with the team, chances are I really want to hurt you, because Ralph does a lot of damage. This game you can play online with 8 people. I think up to 8 people you can play with inside of a room, so everybody can actually spectate your matches while you're having that. So that's pretty much good for possible tournaments. We'll see. I don't know for sure if the game is if it's crossplay yet. If you're able to play with people on Xbox and PC, I'm gonna check that out. I don't know for sure, but hopefully you can. If you can, best believe me and the homies is going to get it in, because this is what we do. Certain fighting games I'm not great at. Most fighting games I am. This is one of them. So just make sure that I just learn this as much as I can. So that has been my review of my game of the week for Xbox. Is the premiere of King of Fighters 15. So please look out for that. All right. Heading into the releases of the week is next, basically for PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch, and also PC. So if you look at the games that's on the list, most of the games are both PlayStation, Xbox, PC. Switch has a couple of them, but for the most part, PlayStation and the PC are running away with everything. They have literally everything together. So highlights of the week before I let Nick go crazy, because I see a special game up there that is just literally calling his name. But let's get that out there. On PlayStation, for all 3 systems, we have, for all 3 platforms, we have Destiny the Witch Queen for all 3 platforms: PlayStation, Xbox, PC. So the Witch Queen is on all 3 of those. Obviously, Nintendo has Monarch, Soul Crest, Evil Dead. But the highlight of everyone's week basically is Elden Ring.
You messed that up, Mike. Let me do it for you. I need 30 seconds of playtime to explain the epicness of the Elden of the Ring. I already told everyone this week I will play Destiny. I will even play Horizon Zero Dose when I explain the lore of those games, where I dive deep and level up the light level. But when midnight of Eastern Standard Time comes around, we're going to go ahead and drink the cup, the little teacup with all the cream to the top, and we're going to drink some of that juicy Elden Ring goodness and collect the souls and level up. I am unavailable for the next 2 weeks. Do not add me. Do not text me. Do not think it's sweet, because I am grinding to become the greatest of the kings of kings. Do you understand that? I thought I was going to be a warrior. I thought I was going to sit here and become a dual-wielding master. But then the commissioner showed himself. He showed that wielding a sword with the palm of your hand while summoning gods to defeat your enemy. Welcome to Elden Ring.
So I know you asked, do we understand? And there's really something I do not understand. And you said, and I quote, the juicy Elden Ring goodness. When did the Ring of Elden become juicy? Because I got questions and concerns.
If you want to find out what makes it juicy and delicious and nutritious, find out when the Captain's Lounge returns this weekend as we stream every bit of grind of greatness.
I'm scared.
All right.
As you should be, because I'm terrified.
So I will give them this, right? Bandai is obviously doing Elden Ring, of course. At least they have something to do with it. But for it to be something that was anticipated for at least 2 years now, it won awards just to be anticipated every year since it's been out, or since it was get ready to come out, I should say. So they won the most anticipated back in the Game Awards in 2020. That just tells you that the game people have been wanting this for a while. So I understand Nick when he gets the way he's getting right now, and he's giving us that macho feel. It's understandable. Yeah. Like they won the Game Awards twice. So
and I know that they have written lore or some of the sorts by George R.R. Martin as well within the game.
Yes,
I want to say it is developed by FromSoft, but published by Namco Bandai.
Published, okay.
Yes.
So
published by Bandai, developed by FromSoft. RR is definitely in the written, and if you paid attention to anything, especially this time around, it is a huge tribute to the creator and writer of Berserk, who unfortunately passed away this past year. You can see a lot of influences into this game.
Swords.
Not just the big swords. That's always been a major tribute to the Berserk lore and what it brings. But one of the armor sets that people saw within the trailer of the Howling Wolf plays a major role into what Guts' armor looks like from that standpoint. So this game is tying in a lot of feels and emotions from influences that the creator has. So this is probably going. This game right here that we're about to get this week is probably going to be another contender for Game of the Year. And people, if you realize that's 3 weeks straight of contenders of Game of the Year back to back. So
I'm gonna let you finish. When we want to talk about what else we getting this week. A brand new episode of the Blerd Lines podcast that will be airing Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern is the approximate time. If you missed last week's episode, do not fret. Please go search Blerd Lines podcast on YouTube. This Friday, the entire episode will drop in preparation of Saturday's episode. But for now, please swing over to our YouTube channel where you can check out clips from last week's episode leading up into our new episode this Saturday, 9 a.m. twitch.tv/DadPad Gaming and or / Captain NU 2011.
Right. So thank y'all for that. Now, outside of pain and suffering in which Elden Ring is going to provide for you, we have an amazing opportunity here at B.A.G when we have a great giveaway. Mike, take us away as you can dive deep into what these people are going to get, because it's not a switch.
Is it me? Are they giving me away?
No, they're not giving you away. No. They can't give you away. They can't give you away. They gotta give it away for the people. So Blerd Proof Gaming and Metro Esports teamed up, and we are giving away a Nintendo Switch Lite and other accessories that come with it too. So you never know. You enter, might win something good. We have keyboards, we have mouse, we have headphones, we have gift cards, we have giveaways in all types of ways. So enter at a chance to win one of these. You see a date on there, but that is that really the date? Am I Savathuning you to death right now? Am I telling you a lie? But anyway, Nintendo Switch giveaway. Please enter in. You can go to Blerd Proof Gaming to enter in. Make sure that you follow all the instructions on there. Every instruction gives you more points towards the giveaway. So please join the giveaway. Send it to a friend. Help more people get chances. Maybe you can be stingy and just do it for yourself. I don't know, but you can do something in helping give a Nintendo Switch Lite away. So, all right. With that being said, we are heading to some more commercials. We will be right back after this.
Excited to announce a new league is coming to Gears of War. Introducing.
Esto se puede complicar aún más. Están peleando lo último.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week number 1 of the Metro Esports Gears of War Women's League. I'm Blaze, joined with the team.
Competition going crazy. Mass controller, what you playing? Legal, so you smashing. Metro Esports, yeah, we have it. Do you wanna learn for the best? Yeah. Coaches who will put you to the test. Yeah, come down and sharpen your skills. Dropping Fortnite, Call of Duty, get kills. Yeah, NBA 2K, shoot your shot and make some plays. We got tournaments all day. Make some money, make it rain. Games is not all that we got. Learn you some coding and get yourself taught. Making new friends on the way to the top. Join the community, have you some fun. Metro Squad. Reppin' the city of Philly with all that we got. Let's rock. Come down and join us and get yourself ready to drop. Join the community, have you some fun. Metro Squad. Reppin' the city of Philly with all that we got. Let's rock. Come down and join us and get yourself ready to drop.
All right, everybody, this is Mike Hennessy once again. Our show has just come to an end, basically. We talked about everything from Destiny 2 to Horizon, seeing gameplay with the Blerd Lines podcast, guys, with Nick and Greg. Make sure that y'all check them out later on. They got some fun content, some fun stuff that is on there, so please give them a check out, look them up. Also, go to Blerd Approved Gaming and follow us at Blerd Approved Gaming on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. We're on all those platforms, so we're looking to continue to bring you guys great product. Make sure that you follow Metro Esports. Make sure that you check out Metro Esports, especially the Women's Latina Gears League. So make sure that you check them out and support them in their movement. Tonight, I will be streaming in about maybe about 10 minutes, streaming Destiny 2 live. I'll be on Destiny 2 streaming gameplay through Metro. So make sure that y'all follow Mike Hennessy 23 on Twitch. Make sure that you follow Metro Esports on Twitch, and you will see more and more gameplay coming up. So definitely, just give a good shout out to me. I'll give you guys some fun content. I might even dress in my character. Who knows? I might throw something on and do something special with that. But I'm leaving y'all with that. So please check out B.A.G Show next week at 5 o'clock, and I will see y'all then. Peace out.